Hi everybody, this is Rob with Yoro Adventures. Today we're going to be doing a second look at the CFMoto 800EX. Now if you watched one of my old videos, you'll notice that it was a... Well, let me turn off the engine so you can hear me better. There we go. It was, how do I want to put it? It was amateur hour. It was one of my first videos I ever made for the channel, and I learned a lot since then. So if you're like me, when we decided to get a side-by-side, did a ton of research online, looked up videos, went to the dealership and kicked some tires, and the good news, there's lots of options out there. I'm not here to tell you what to buy, but hopefully this video can help you in that journey of looking for your next toy or next thing that you're going to get to take the family out or go get an adventure under the belt. And that is to give you some video footage of the CFMoto, do a walk around, get some riding footage, and give you my final thoughts. So if you can stick through this video, greatly appreciate it. And let's show you what this sucker can do. So, on with the video. Thanks again. Okay, so let's talk about this. Well, it's about time for us to do an updated CFMoto walk around. So, wanted to kind of tell you, or show you and tell you a little bit about what we learned having this machine and what the verdict is of the machine now that we've had it over a year and we've put about 600 miles on it roughly. But I thought it would be fair to walk around and do another updated video. So let's take a look at it. First off, I have to admit, I really like this machine. I'm not going to put that in my final verdict yet, but it's just, I don't know, it's a comment because look how cool looking it is. It comes with the roof. You'd think that spending, say $15,000 on a machine, you'd get basic necessities like a roof, or doors, or upgraded rims and wheels. Just two-stage shocks right there. See that? Two-stage shocks. Even they were polite enough. CFMoto was polite enough to include a trailer hitch, a wiring harness for a trailer, a license plate light right there, a beautiful bed, and loads of other upgrades. So like I said, this is an 800EX. What is an 800EX, Rob? Well, an 800EX is an 800cc engine in a side-by-side, and the EX means that it has a wider stance. So the 800, they have an 800 and an 800EX. The 800 has a narrower stance, so that way if you're on limited trail width or limited width trails, you can go riding on those. Those are more popular out in the East Coast. I've ridden quite a few places in the west side of the United States and not really come across that. So you get a wider stance than 60 inches on the EX. But it does come with a winch right there. Upgraded lighting features, so it has the LED lights and it has that beautiful accent lighting, high beam, low beam, and comes with upgraded tires. Has power steering, adjustable front shocks right there. So, and they're actually really easy to adjust. You just turn that knob. Comes with nice seats. It has that nice rubber finish to it. Seat belts, and like I said, a roof. You have a full display in the front. It has hazards right here, horn, light, cutoff, and so this is high beam, low beam. This is off, parking lot light, and headlight. And then it has blanks for additional switches if you want to put them in there. Has a built-in cigarette lighter charger right there, so easy to use. Has the winch connection, so you have your winch remote that it comes with. Has side mirrors. It does not have full skid plates. It just has skid plates off the front and the back, but we don't do that kind of riding where we need necessarily a lot more than that. It has the 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive, so let's engage 4, and then you slide it over, and then you can do 4-wheel drive and lock the differential if you need it. So let's take a look at the display right there. See, let's go through it again. So that's a lock differential. See the X, regular 4-wheel drive, and 2-wheel drive. So let's get back on the ride and I'll show you a couple more things in a little bit. hill is over about 40 degrees, and it's almost 70 yards long. Well, as you can see, this machine does just about anything that you would want to do with it. Now keep in mind, we're a trail riding family, so we're not really big into seeing how fast we can make a machine go, but rather than climb hills and go check out cool stuff, but it will get it. I had somebody ask about the 1000 versus this, and when I drove the 1000, it only has 20 more horsepower in the machine than the 800, and I've not really seen a need for any more horsepower. But if you're a 1000 type of guy or gal, go for it. I guess the key takeaway is this machine, the CFMoto, while it's not, you know, a big name like Polaris or Can-Am or Yamaha or Kawasaki, it does have its own little perks. And if you have noticed, one thing with the different brands is every brand kind of is tailored to a specific type of rider. So Can-Am and Polaris, like, you know, you can get machines that are pretty souped up, spend a couple tens of thousands, like $23,000 for a Polaris Razor that has a lot of the same type of features, bigger wheelbase, but a lot of the same features. Or you can spend roughly $13,000, get a machine that's going to give you everything that you need from day one, like the winch I showed you, the upgraded lights, which is nice, the bar on the front that's chrome, the doors, the roof, tilt steering wheel, lockable tilt steering wheel, plenty of storage. You got storage here, storage over there. You got storage under the seat. You have a beautiful bed that you can carry quite a bit of stuff, and it has lock and ride and the tie down access points. Smooth riding capability, easy on the power. It's kind of punchy, but it is not too punchy, I guess, when you're trying to creep up something. Has a standard size gas tank. It does suck on fuel quite a bit, but you know, it's a heavier machine. And you also have trunk storage, which is here. Let me see if I can get this sucker open one-handed. But you have loads of different types of storage solutions. See, you got storage in there too. The storage boxes on it, or the glove box, I guess is what you can call it, behind the OS handle. This thing's deep. It goes down quite a bit. Like, I can stick almost to the elbow of my arm in there. So I can store quite a bit of stuff. The air filter, the battery, everything in it is pretty standard. There's some little nuances of the machine, but it actually doesn't get very hot in the interior. I've been riding it through the day, and it's not as hot as I thought because it's a rear mounted engine, so all your heat's coming out of the back. But I don't know. If you're looking at this video going, what should I buy? My question for you is, what kind of riding do you do? How often do you do it? How much are you willing to pay? What is your budget? I met a guy yesterday who bought a Can-Am, I think it's a Defender, but this sucker had air conditioning, heating, the whole nine. That's awesome. I'm too cheap though. I'm not going to spend $20,000+ for one of these machines, but you know, it's a great machine for him and his family, and it was nice meeting him out on the trail. And you know, maybe I'll run into him again and we can do some kind of walk around on the machine. But all you need for one of these machines is a beautiful place like this. See how gorgeous that is? It's a little smoky today because of the California and the West Coast fires, but that's the Sandia Mountain Range over there. But you just need a little bit of time, beautiful place, and some people to go riding with, and you'll have a good time no matter if it's a CFMoto or a Polaris. So how did it hold up after all this time? Well, let's take a look. Really, the only complaint I have of this machine, after a little over a year of owning it and almost 500 miles, right around 500 miles, is this: the doors. You have to put a lot of force to close it. So if you're trying to just close it, it doesn't always lock, and it's going to make me a liar right now, but you do have to slam them, especially if they get a little out of alignment. Just so happen we've had 2 incidences on this machine. One is my son and his friends decided to take it for a ride. Well, they asked for permission, which was cool, but they did roll it. You can see there's some scratches right there, up here, right here. But other than that, the machine, there's nothing really broke at all. It was just more of these body clips or these little pins, these little rivets I had to replace. Other than that, it held up. The only casualty, the bigger casualty, is the door. So I don't know if you can see that, but it just doesn't close until you slam it. If that's the only problem I have with the machine. Oh, and one more thing. The seats stain. They stain. It doesn't really show well on the camera, but they do stain. It's very powerful, and it does everything we want. So let's go through the pros and cons. The pros: save money. That's awesome. Comes with all the accessories that you have to pay for with the other brands. Pay a lot of money for a machine. You could throw in some plastic that probably costs a couple $100 max. And by the way, if you buy one of those roofs aftermarket for Polaris or CFMoto or Can-Am, you're going to be about $700 in the hole right there. The doors alone, I think, are about the same. Other pros is it comes with every accessory you can possibly need, so you don't need to go out and buy a bunch of things. So you got the winch that's rated for this machine, by the way. Power steering, upgraded tires, upgraded wheels. They're 27-inch wheels. They're made by CST. They're the version called A-Buzz. And A-Buzz, you know, there's a lot of ATV tires out there. I guess it could be worse, but they've held up for the season. You get all the nice little upgrades on the inside, and you get a lot of fun with the machine. The cons: well, there's not a lot of information on these machines. The manufacturer doesn't do themselves a favor by publishing in-depth material. So people have asked about where's the battery. So I had to show them where the battery is. It's down there. If you look up in the user's guide, it's too generic for the model. So you could be looking at one that's in like China or India or Russia or anywhere else, and they're going to be the same instructions, so it makes it a little weird. I did have some complaints about some of the engineering choices that they made, but no problems, so I withdraw those complaints. I'm not going to add them here. It's been high centered a couple times. It did not get destroyed. It held up really well, and it just looks badass out of the gate. So, you know, I don't know if you've ever seen a stock Polaris or CFMoto or Can-Am. I keep saying CFMoto. Stock Can-Am or Polaris. They look stock, and you have to put some work into it. So what's the verdict? Well, the verdict is I love the machine, because there's something to be said with this type of machine. I'm a big ATV person. I like the wind in my face and, you know, the experience sitting on a machine like that. But when you're dealing with a side-by-side, it gives you a little bit different creature comforts. It's not as tiring to ride, so you can get a little bit more ride time out of it. You could also carry a little bit more gear. It wouldn't be my daily rider, but it would be a fun one. But the overall verdict would be, I give it a thumbs up, and I'd highly recommend to anybody who's looking for a machine to get one of these. So hopefully this video is better than the first one that I did, and then I edited and tried making it better. Speeds and feeds, you know, I was going to go through all that stuff, but it's been covered on a lot of channels, and quite frankly, you can just look up the spec sheets because every year they change it. But I wanted to give a little bit more, a little bit more information from a user perspective, and make the video a little bit more fun. But I really appreciate you watching our channel, and if you enjoyed this video, please check out the others, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe. We're definitely looking for subscribers right now, and it's something that I'd like to get out of the 100 range. But you do as you will, and like we always like to end our videos, thank you for your support, and we look forward to seeing you out on the trails. Well, like to see you out there, and you have a great day. Bye.